Hello and welcome back to the ongoing war against Britain. We are now in month 5. We're losing destroyers fast, and destroyers have proven themselves to be perhaps the most important weapon in my arsenal. Even running under AI, they have done a tremendous job breaking up enemy battle lines, sniping cap ship here and there, screening my ships, and generally making life miserable for the British. So I got 4 that were ready now, and we have some new ones coming out next turn. But after that, it's gonna be a while until we get more. Unfortunately, I had to reshuffle my divisions again. I still have a good number, so it's fine. But if I take many more losses, then I might have to consolidate some of these squadrons or divisions, as they're called. 2 ships still on hold there. A look at the almanac. The British aren't quite dead yet. If you look at the overall picture here, we are comparable in number of battleships, but theirs are smaller. And generally speaking, they are just as well armed, and they are as fast or faster than mine. It's armor protection that is the difference. Mine are heavier and much better protected, which tends to be proven in battle. I take very few penetrating hits so far. But when it comes to battle cruisers, despite sinking a 5-ship squadron of them in the previous battle, they still outnumber me 2-1. But it's not 2-1 in tonnage. The tonnage difference is not huge. So that's quite interesting. So if you look at the quality of said ships, we can see that their best ships, these Royal Oaks, have a speed of 25 knots. That's as high as my future Heimdalls. They are finished in 3 months, plus working up. And these have 8 15-inch guns, which is the same as my Heimdalls, but they are 18,000 tons lighter, and that's just pure armor. So there's definitely a difference there. Prince of Wales building, I'm not sure what that is. Or this, they seem very light for the time, could be wrongly reported. This one is huge. It's probably going to have 4 turrets with 16-inch. Because you can see they have 16, 7, 18-inch. So that's going to be a beefy one. But that's just one, and it's still 2 years out, estimated. I had hoped I had dealt the battle cruisers a severe blow, but you can see, yes, they have a few old ones with 12-inch, but most of them have 8 or 9 14-inch. And 14-inch guns, assuming they are quality 0 or even 1, they can definitely hurt. These ones aren't so fast, but the later ones are pretty fast. And now it's building some really beefy ones at 46,000 tons. The Argonauts. But I sent a couple of these Argonauts into David Jones' locker last battle, so these aren't ready. I'm assuming it's the same class, but these aren't ready in 3 years to get ready. These light cruisers, I think he uses them for colonial work. They are just utter trash. Not a single one of them are remotely useful. Well, maybe this one, Calypso. But I'm not impressed. These destroyers are fine. Yeah, anything from a few 700-800 tons to 1,500 tons. That's comparable to mine. But they have 3 6-inch guns. Wow. everything is fine. He's clearly brought home almost all of his forces. I have more forces, but unfortunately, if you look at ship details here, it's this blockade value that's important, and destroyers do not contribute to blockade. Only cruisers and battleships do. But my unrest is down to 1, so I think that's fine. So a cruiser battle. Either that's a battle with small cruisers, in which case he might decline again like it did last turn, or it's going to be a battle cruiser battle, in which case I have every intention of sinking another batch of battle cruisers if I can. Location Dogger Bank, yeah, close to him, but I don't. He declines. Enemy raid on coastal shipping. I don't think he will decline that. So that could be a big one or a tiny one. We'll see. He passes his command check. I can rearrange the force. No idea why I would do that. Okay, so we have a nice scout force of 4 battle cruisers, 3 light cruisers, and a bunch of destroyers. And then we have my entire battle line. Why does he do this? Breaks up my battle cruiser divisions and creates a separate battle cruiser division that's independent. I don't know why that is a thing. But okay, so we have all the light cruisers, including the slow ones, but not the slowest ones. Okay, that's my entire fleet, basically. Protect your coastal shipping and prevent bombardment and mine laying while inflicting damage on enemy ships. It's pretty close to my base. I'm not rearranging anything since I can only rearrange your force. Does that mean I can sort of can I rearrange multiple ships? I don't know. I'm not so keen. So we're laying some minefields and sweep a minefield. It didn't look like the British had that much mine laying capability. Okay, so it's just dawn. That is good. So 16 hours of fun. That's 960 minutes. Scenario is only 800, so gonna last all day. Overcast, it's a moderate breeze. Yeah, I was gonna check. No, there is no sea state that affects movement. That's good. Good visibility. This is probably my scouting force. Yes. Which for some reason refuses to accept my choice of flagship. It's fine, I guess. Independent battle cruisers, that's also fine. More battle cruisers. And my 2... What's my flagship here? H1, H2, I don't have H. But I have a battle cruiser, okay. No. I will. I already saved. So we'll take a break here and go do some other stuff that needs doing, but we'll get back I hope that we can turn this into another decisive victory. We can sink just a few more British ships. Then we can say that we are starting to have the upper hand. Let's get out of that blockade again. That's gonna take quite a bit, by the way. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, until later. Okay, we have a report. New battle cruisers. Okay. That's not. 12 inchers. 14. Well, no. Quite done. Uh, Ooh, airships. Brilliant. Ooh. Hit it with a bomb. Zeppeliners? No. Pause. Some good news, some bad news. The good news, the battle is won. Another 2 full squadrons of British battleships on the bottom of the sea. Bad news, after I had that short break, I forgot to press play, so the final part of the video, what is the, it's gone. And this time it's gone. I know I said it was gone in another battle, but then I actually had recorded it. But this was never recorded. It doesn't exist. But if you look at that final frame, you can see how this is going. The British fleet is completely boxed in and is being hounded by heavy gunfire and multiple torpedo attacks. So one by one, the battleships fall out of formation. I don't think they can be said to have any formation at this point. And they are either sunk by torpedoes or by masses of gunfire. And then the rest of the fleet flee south, trying to escape, arrive at the coast, where they get another beating. But I finally withdraw east without sinking everyone, simply because I have no torpedoes left and several of my ships have 0 main gun ammo. Don't think that happens very often. And besides, I get a little bit cocky, so one of my capital ships eats a torpedo. I had sort of figured they were out of torpedoes as well, but apparently not, so then I decided to go home. And another 2 destroyers went under because of mines, and after the battle there was a mine event. So, good news, bad news. So, the good news is that we are now blockading the British again. Yay! By, well, this can be deceptive, so we can look at this. 387 to 269, so quite significant. If you look at the almanac, there is no British battle line. These 3 got away. But they still have quite a few 14 and 15-inch battle cruisers. Those that were in that battle were either undamaged or only lightly damaged, so I'm not sure what they were doing. They should have joined the fight. I don't understand. They must either have sort of hovered at the edges or just gone another direction. I lost a handful of destroyers with many more in repair. But my destroyers are, I think, perhaps my most important weapon. But I have also some very bad news that I think overshadows. And this is Ireland. Oh my God, why is Ireland grey? Yes. Do you remember that rebellion? And do you remember me shipping arms to those rebels? Yeah. They were gaining the upper hand, so the British granted them independence. And there was one reason above all others that I started this fight, and that was to take Ireland. So, yes, great victory, and we are definitely on our path to carving out a huge chunk of the British Empire, but there will be no Ireland. So, but we can't always have everything. So then I will definitely go for Egypt, and I may grab some more holdings in the East Coast or the Caribbean, because at some point we will probably want to pick a fight with the Americans, and then having at least the ability to send some raids over without going over base cap can be very useful. And also if you want submarines, then having some bases can really help them, and naval air when that time comes. So sorry about that. I was trying to double check the recordings, but yeah, clearly I hadn't double checked it. You know, by the way, British Columbia has a value of 12, so cannot be taken. But New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and Newfoundland can be grabbed, which is kind of odd. I mean, what about the rest of Eastern? What about Quebec? Yeah, anyway. So, if we want, we could go to the Almanac, Great Britain, sunk ships. We can sort by year. So you can see 2022. You can see quite a few ships here. That's 2022. Oh, that's the year they were built. Okay, this was not. And these are only my ships, so okay. If you sort by type, you can clearly see that quite a few have sunk. And also these Royal Oaks, very good. The Londons, good. So, and we also managed to get rid of some of these Argonauts with their high speed and 14-inch guns. And also these Caesars. So, yes. So I think I will end this video with this instead of the end of the battle, and then I'll see you in the next one.